back, everyone. I'm excited about bringing on my next guest. I have a newbie with me, and we are live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. Okay, I now have with me Diana Turner, and she is the owner of Morrison Financial. Welcome to the show. I can't wait for you to talk a little bit about what you do, so get up on that mic so everybody can hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm a licensed investment advisor and a fiduciary and life insurance agent.
Okay.
And I help middle-income families and small businesses build generational wealth.
So I really want to talk a little bit about that because, you know, you said that when you work with people, you're nationwide, okay?
Yes.
And, you know, it's very important that a lot of people listen up because, you know, you said life insurance, health insurance, everything?
Not health insurance.
Mostly just life.
Investments and life insurance.
I want to talk about that. Why is it so important? I'm going to go off this for a minute. Why is it so important that people have life insurance when a lot of people think, well, you know what, maybe I'm a little bit too old for that or what have you, but it's never too late.
Well, it isn't. It isn't too late, and also it's better to have it when you're young. Life insurance is really income protection. It's there in case, you know, something bad happens to you.
Right, when something bad happens,
right.
and you never know when that's going to happen.
Correct.
Why did you become an advisor on this?
Well, I lost my dad, and he lost everything with not having the right life insurance. And then I lost my husband, basically because of the same thing. He died of a heart attack. We were not prepared. We had the wrong life insurance, so you actually can die with the wrong life insurance. So
now that's interesting. You've said it twice now, so I've got to go into that. How do you know you have the wrong life insurance?
Well, you need to have somebody sit down and talk to you about what your policy is. Make sure that what you have is exactly what you think you have, because most of the time people don't read their policies and they don't know, you know, they're being told information that may not be what they think they're getting.
So dust them off.
Yes.
Do you do second opinions?
Oh, absolutely.
Right, you have to do that, right? But get up on that mic because I want to give out your information. Listen up. This is something huge that what she just said there, which is you could have life insurance and not have the right life insurance. So you can do a second opinion for them, and her phone number is 480-242-5158. Her website is More, invests with an S. .com. She does free consultations, and I think that's huge. Right now, everybody listen up. You might have the wrong kind, that's right for you, because maybe it was right then, but things change. Is that what happens?
Yeah, things change, and also group life. Group life is one that people think is enough, but when you leave your job or your job leaves you, so does your life insurance. And then you're not insured.
So how have things impacted our middle class families today?
Well, I mean, inflation is killing the middle income and small businesses, and that's one of the things that we need to talk more about is getting people to understand how to invest, what to invest in, what they qualify for, and that's what I do. I show them ways, you know, with a 5-minute financial checkup, which I do complimentary.
Okay.
And I show them ways to help them improve their finances, make sure that they, you know, are getting what they need with insurance, investments, retirement, things along those lines.
So let's talk about that. Retirement, huge, right?
Huge.
I wish we'd do it longer, okay? So I can get this all out for people, because it's not just when you're looking at your retirement, you really have to look at the whole picture, right? Mm-hmm. And when you sit down, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 3 years.
It's okay. Mm-hmm. And so, and I'm going to say this, listen up everyone, this is also important because a lot of people who have financial advisors already, maybe have older financial advisors. The world has changed.
Yes.
Everything has changed. And that means even how you're going to even work with a financial advisor. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
And so when you work with people, you do what you call a 5-minute financial checkup, right? Mm-hmm. And do you work with, you're a woman, so we have to, do you work with a lot of women or do both men and women?
Both men and women. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So because a lot of women tend to resonate with women.
Yes, we definitely resonate with women, and you know, there's a lot of single moms out there and, you know, don't have help from other people, so they need to know what they have, if they have the right life insurance, making sure that their family is properly protected and that they can retire, because people are retiring and then they're getting second and third jobs because the money that they have is not enough.
Right. Well, so it's all about how to know what to save.
Correct.
So when you work with people and you do this financial checkup, how do you help people then? Because, now what's the next step after you find out, listen, you got to start saving here, you got to do something, and you're seeing that it's not the greatest road that they're on.
Right.
What do you do?
Well, I basically show them what they qualify for, and then we start building a financial plan and go over ways, again, like I said, ways that we can make or save money monthly. And then that way, we start as low as $25 a month. That's literally a large cup of coffee, folks, a week. 1 cup of coffee.
I was just going to ask you, what's the number one reason?
People don't realize that you can invest with such a little amount. People really think that they need thousands of dollars, and you don't.
Right, but the main thing is that they also don't know how to save, because they think, they don't even think about it. It's a cup of coffee.
Right.
But do you help them make, like, let's say, when somebody that's come to you, well, it doesn't really matter when, right?
Right.
So because anybody can start at any time, and there's no bad time to start. So when you're helping people learn how to, let's say, save, do you do I'm not going to call it a financial plan, but what do you call it?
Yeah, basically, I show them exactly what they need to retire. We need to know exactly the number, and then have a goal and a plan. If you don't have a goal or a plan or a number, how can you possibly get there?
Right. And so somebody that's buying that, let's say that cup of coffee,
that
latte,
right.
which are expensive now.
They are. Oh my gosh.
And when you think about doing that every day or whatever that they do that, we could talk dollars start to add up real quickly. You talked about women who get divorced, and you know what? You don't have to be young to have that happen. A lot of women in there, it happens.
They're in their 50s and they're starting over again. Yeah,
so many times. Now, so you say that the number one reason is that they say that they want their coffee.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And they don't really understand that it's not that expensive. People think life insurance costs a lot of money to have. And really, there's a lot of factors that go into it. So, and we believe in buying term and investing the difference. And so, we take a look at all of the different factors to see, what you qualify for.
Well, you really don't know until what you have to do is just have a consultation with you. And the main thing is if it's it's a 5-minute, it's a financial kind of checkup to find out. But also, maybe you should have a second opinion done, just because maybe you don't have the right life insurance, and that's crazy. And maybe you're not around anymore, but it really, who's this going to hurt?
Right.
What if, I would love to be able to have time to tell a story, but something that might have happened to somebody that when they don't have the right insurance, what happens?
Well, I lost my husband again 5 years ago. Massive heart attack, wasn't expected. We only had group life. We didn't have what I thought we had on group life. We didn't. It was a declining. It was a mess. So I ended up with 5 kids that I had to raise, and also mourn my husband, and also figure out how I was going to live the lifestyle that we were accustomed, without, telling my kids, sorry, your dad has passed away, but also, we got to figure out where to live. And that's not something you want to do.
That's terrible when it's the people that are left. And you know what? Anything can happen to anybody at any time, and we really just don't think about that.
The one thing we have in common is we're all going to die.
That's right. It's going to happen no matter what. We just know.
We just don't know.
So the other thing that you wanted me to ask you are people's concerns for the future.
Yeah, the biggest thing is people are more concerned about running out of money than they are about dying. And, when I was young, 65 was the number that you had to get to. And nobody really thought about, well, I might not be able to afford to retire at 65. That was just a magic number. Now everybody's retiring at 65 and they're getting 2 and 3 jobs to sustain. And that's not a fun retirement. Nobody wants to do that.
Right. Well, that's not retirement at all.
No, it's not.
Right.
Right.
But I think that what you want is peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Right. I mean, you may want people today. We are of a different generation than the people that retired at 65, but you might want to work less.
Right.
Right. But you want to have that freedom to be able to know that you can live the way you want to live. Right. But also to have peace of mind, knowing that the things that you have started may be in place, even if you did before, making sure that they are still valid and work for you today. She does second opinions. She does what she calls a 5-minute financial checkup. So you can call. She works nationwide. Her phone number, it's 480 242-5158. Her website is More, M-O-R-E, and then it's invest with an S, so INVESTS.com. Again, for everybody out there, what would be your final words besides not to have that latte?
Get a financial checkup. Make sure you know what you need. Make sure you know what you have. Make sure you're properly prepared.
Make sure that you know what's going on too. This is
Absolutely.
also really important too. It's not just for the young.
Nope,
This
it's
is also,
for everybody.
and you know what? Today, a lot of people might have not done some of the things, or maybe you didn't have a 401k, right? You might have been a solopreneur. You need to make sure that these things are in place so that you have that peace of mind. Again, her phone number to call, it's 480-242-5158. It's More, M-O-R-E, invest with an S.com.